Friends, it is just after 5 o'clock, 5:07 to be precise. Thank you for being with us. Whatever you're doing right now, maybe you're just off work and into your cars. Perhaps you've been home for a hot minute. Maybe you're still at the job and you're watching us on Super Talk TV. Don't let the boss catch you. We thank you. We appreciate you so much. We're here till 7 o'clock tonight. Ken Weaver's over in News Closet B. Jackson Williams controlling the experience. Louie looking on. Louie's going to be controlling the experience in the 6 o'clock hour and tomorrow, it's my understanding, which I'm very excited about. Get some experience there behind the board.
Got to get reps.
Get some reps behind the board. Hey, have you shown Louie how to turn off the internet stream?
No, I don't know how.
We can get somebody on that before. We wouldn't want that. We wouldn't want that running all weekend. Now, would we? Or maybe, I don't know. I mean, if it gets additional viewers, perhaps that's a way to do that.
So basically, the control room there was on all night long.
Yeah, I mean, it was on the it was on the "We'll Be Back" screen. You know that
the "We'll Be Back" screen
with the logo on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was on all evening long.
Well, and we were back,
and we did. I mean, technically, we were correct. We were gone throughout the course of the night, and then 5 o'clock, bright and early this morning, there's Dan Mandis's lovely face on Super Talk 99.7
Some people
WTN.
like to get in line early for Dan Mandis.
Yeah, Mandis wants to believe. He told me that he texted me and he said that the 10 people watching at 1 o'clock in the morning, they were just patiently waiting for Nashville's
They're
morning
tailgating.
They're cooking dogs and burgers, just waiting on game time, baby.
Yes, sir.
Waiting on game time. Speaking
Dan
of,
turns his mic on and hears the "hoo" right after a kickoff.
oh yeah, hoo-ah. Let's go. Jason writes in because we were talking about the foosball.
Football.
And said, now y'all are making me depressed. 2703 says, so vacation is almost over. We're going to have to hear about feetsball again.
Feetsball.
Every once in a while. I think New Suit, a.k.a. Paul, is going to give us like a minute Monday and a minute on Friday.
All right.
One singular minute?
I'm trying to negotiate for multiple minutes.
I'd like 3.
For the Jackson on Sports. Jackson on Sports! That's going to be my intro. Yeah. And see, we'll do you, Jackson, for the foolish stuff, and then when we want to get to the nitty-gritty, I look right behind you and I say, Brother Weaver.
No, you need to go with Brother Jackson on the nitty-gritty because I'll be the one being foolish, I'm sure.
I just want a Monday Sooner update throughout the college football season. That's all I want.
Just Ken getting slowly more depressed.
No, I'm telling y'all.
Stop it.
I'm telling y'all, Brent Venables has got something for him. Is his name Brent?
Yes.
I got it right this time. I've been calling him Bruce for a year. My bad. But he's got something for the SEC this year, I'm telling y'all. Anyway, enough of all of that. By the way, before we get to enough of all of that, 5475 says, Matt, you can't trash soccer. Who's trashed soccer? I don't think I've trashed soccer. I don't care for soccer. I mean, but I don't think I've trashed. I used to trash soccer, but, I don't make a matter of taste a matter of fact. If you like to sit around for 90 minutes and watch the pitch and be bored and when somebody going to score, then you go for it. Every man deserves to go to hell in his own fashion. And if your personal hell is watching that garbage, then go for it. It's a free country. Matt, you can't trash soccer and call football foosball. You know what foosball is, correct? Who you think you talking to?
Bobby Boucher's mama knows what the foosball is.
She sure does. But let me tell you something. Back in my day, at the Red Wing skating rink,
oh, yeah.
I was the foosball master.
Really?
Let me tell you.
It's because Matt couldn't skate, so he had to find something else.
No, buddy boy, we played on skates. That was my rule. That's the rule. You want to win the foosball table, you got to take me on, but you got to have skates on.
Matt had a boo-boo on his elbow, so he couldn't skate.
Oh, man. And no twirling either. Control your men on the foosball table. Don't spin it. What are you doing over there? We're talking about half turns. That's it. I'll call a foul on your butt, Jackson.
There's fouls in foosball.
Yeah, just
soft.
Get those skates on and get over to the foosball table. We'll talk. What do you mean soft?
That's soft.
That's spinning garbage. Get that out of here.
Sounds like Matt couldn't take the heat.
Uh-huh. And I'll come whip you on the air hockey, too, after we finish up with foosball. Thank you. And no, I couldn't skate. And nobody wanted to couple skate with me. I did break Kelly Shelton's grandpa's arm, though.
What'd you do, run into him?
I did.
Did you run him clean over?
It was at it was at Kelly's birthday party. And I was getting after it.
What song was playing? Do you remember?
Oh, man, I don't remember, Kim, but it was probably some. I mean, I want to feel like it was Fleetwood Mac, something along those lines.
Yeah.
It was probably the latest hit by the Rat Pack.
Oh, maybe it was Don't Stop Believing.
Oh, that's Journey.
That's Journey. Maybe
Don't
it
stop
was Journey.
believing.
Maybe it was
I'm
Journey.
gonna break her girlfriend or her grandpa's arm.
I ran into him and he got up and said, "Oh, it's okay." And I said, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Shelton. It's okay. I apologize, Mr. It's fine." I found out the next day at school, or the Monday at school, because that was a Saturday birthday party. I'd broken his arm. He had a big old cast on. That was right after I had gone to the drink machine, and you make yourself a suicide.
He was all hopped up on Mountain Dew.
I was. Y'all know what a suicide? You ever do suicides?
Yes, I know what suicide is.
I mean, not that sort of. I probably shouldn't say it because we're going to get blacklisted from the YouTubes by saying the S word. No, it was a drink. We call you drink you just whatever's on that row. All right, so you got Coca-Cola, get a little bit of that.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew, a little bit of that. Root beer, a little bit of that. Grape soda, a little bit of that. Sprite, a little bit of that. Orange drink, a little bit of that.
Oh, diabetes in a cup.
You fill the cup with just everything on the row.
What did it taste like?
Deliciousness. It tastes like heaven, Ken. Heaven.
You know what?
Mostly orange drink. The orange drink overpowered it.
I might have to try that sometime.
Next time
I'm at a soda fountain.
Next time you're at one of those fountains, just get you a little pop of everything.
All right, I'm going to do it.
And give us a report back.
Okay.
So to answer your question, 5475, anytime you want some, come get some. I'm the foosball master.
Foosball, Bobby Boucher.
Now, they're going to shut it down, y'all. September 17th, and I have the alert. This comes from some fella on social media who has decided that it's time to shut her down. Listen up.
Listen, y'all, I need 30 seconds of your time.
He takes a minute and a half.
Give me the full 30 seconds.
A minute and a half.
And just check out this information.
Okay.
So, first of all, we're blacking out the system September the 17th. I'm talking about shutting down the whole grid, the economy, everything. No spending, no working, all of it. And we have created a Discord to ensure that all the information and communication is streamlined. So if you can't not get off work, it's cool. Look,
all right, so I'm going to play a little game of stop-start here. I don't mean to interrupt this fella as he attempts to take the whole system down with his minute and a half video on the X machine. But 30 seconds in, he's already making excuses for people who aren't going to do it, which I think is very funny. So this is a national shutdown day on September 17th. I'm going to back it up just a little bit, but listen, he says we're going to shut it down. We're not going to participate in this economy on September 17th. We're not going to work. We're not going to shop. We're not going to have no fun having. We're going to sit at our homes. Don't watch the TV. Don't participate in commerce. Do not buy anything off that Amazon. Don't do anything.
We're blacking out the system September the 17th. I'm talking about shutting down the whole grid, the economy, everything. No spending, no working, all of it. And we have created a Discord to ensure that all the information and communication is streamlined.
Hey, young Jackson, what's a Discord?
It's like a lot of people use it for like gaming.
Uh-huh.
It's like a party chat kind of thing. You ever heard of that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like a party line back in the day.
What's a party line?
Party line's when I have to back up. Jackson, there was a time when you could not carry your phone wherever you went. You had to go home and use the telephone at home. It was attached to the wall or maybe on a table somewhere.
I know what a landline is.
Okay, that's a landline. Now, let's go back a little bit further. Ken, did you ever have a party line in your life?
I don't recall one.
We had one when my stepfather lived out in the boonies, out in the Tules, in the middle of nowhere. And after Mama had brain surgery, she briefly married Lane, and Lane had a party line. But there was only like 6 people on it. A party line was a shared telephone line, Jackson. So literally, you pick up the telephone to make a call, and if there's somebody else already on that line, you had to wait until they got off the phone. So you would you would pick up the phone, and somebody that you didn't know, like a neighbor of yours, was on the phone talking to Mama and them. And you had to wait, and you would, oh, sorry, and you would hang up. And then, 5 minutes later, you pick it back up, and you didn't know. Eventually, they made a way where it would ring back once the line was clear. But you didn't know until they were off the phone. And if you had an emergency, you'd have to tell these losers to get off the phone because you had an emergency. That's what a party line was. So Discord's a lot like that?
Sure. I could explain, the intricacies of Discord.
You sound so disappointed in me.
But we'd be here the rest of the hour 40.
Anyway, my boys got a Discord. They're rocking a Discord.
All of it. And we have created a Discord to ensure that all the information and communication is streamlined. So if you can't not get off work, it's cool. We got other ways for you to participate. If September is too far away, it's cool. We got things you can do right now. So I'm asking each and every one of you, everybody who is tired of this administration, fed up with how they're treating people, fed up with all these things that are being taken away from the U.S. citizens.
Fed up!
It's time for us to stand together, united. And I'm telling you, we're getting support not only right here in the United States, in every single state, right? All 50 states across.
All 50 states, y'all. But it's more. It goes further than that.
The country has already said that, hey, look, we're going to be participating in this blackout.
Okay.
But we're also getting support from other countries.
Other countries?
We got Canada. Germany is even involved. Y'all, Mexico is involved. Brazil is involved. We have Africa involved.
They got a continent.
Now, that's a continent.
That's a continent.
The entire continent.
I don't know that my fella here knows that it's a continent, but that's a continent. The entire continent of Africa is involved.
So many people who supporting the people. This movement is for the people, by the people. So I'm asking for your support. I'm asking for your unity. Let's come together. Let's make an impact, and let's change the situation right here in this nation. We, the people, have the power, and we're going to show it.
All right, so and then there's and I'll just read this. It says, blackout the system, September 16 to the 20th. So it's 5 days. Now, he just said it was September 17th. 5 days, but it really, and then it's constant. So it says blackout the system, September 16th through the 20th, 5 days. But then on the bottom of this little graphic, it says Constitution Day, September 17th, for those who can only do 1 day blackout. And then he does not give me access. You have access to my Twitter feed, right? The X Machine? I mean, you follow me on the X Machine, right?
Yeah.
Well, I would certainly hope you do, Jackson. Help a brother out here.
Of course I follow you, Matt.
Trying to get to 20,000 followers by the end of the year. Let's go. At Matt Murphy Show, Jackson. Let's make it happen.
Of course I follow you.
So I want you to find this dude's Discord.
I can't get in his Discord.
Why not? Why you shut me down already?
Matt, check your phone. Got any Twitter notifications?
Are you Jay Willie?
Yeah.
You just followed me? What a loser. Oh, well, I guess that's one more follow, though. That's nice. Thanks.
Actually, I just unfollowed you and refollowed you for the bit.
I thought this relationship was going to be a good one. And it's hard to admit when you're wrong. Blackout the system September. So I'm trying to, I don't think, oh, no, wait, hold on. There's more. All right, so it's nationwide. No work, no purchases, no deliveries, no gas, no restaurants, no traveling, no projects, no events, no backing out. Hashtag blackout the system. Let's see what else it says here. We got graphics. That's some good music. Stay ready, stay calm. Preparedness is peace of mind. All right, so there it is.
Listen,
That's blacking out. We're blacking out the system.
So, Matt, you know why I can't get to the guy's Discord?
Well, because he didn't give you his Discord?
No username, no anything to find this guy.
Yeah. I don't know how we're supposed to get to his Discord except that he didn't give it to us. So here's the deal. Number one, this is stupid. It's stupid for any number of reasons. It's mostly stupid because one-day boycotts do not work. One-day boycotts have never worked. One-day boycotts, any person with a brain would recognize that if you want to boycott the system, any system, whatever system you're trying to boycott, you have to be willing to sacrifice in order to make the boycott happen and work. I'm going to give you an example of how boycotts work, and then I'll give you several examples of how they don't. Primarily, this dude and this September 17th nonsense. More coming up in a moment. Your telephone calls as well. Wade, Mike, hang in there. It's 23 after on Super Talk. You know, there were a lot of bets being placed. Talking about football, a lot of bets will be made this fall. A lot of money won, a lot of money lost. Did you know that there are bets that are made on the elections that we talk about so much? And I'm just looking that somebody made a $4 million bet that Kamala Harris would win the presidential election. You know what that paid out, Jackson?
I'm assuming $0.
$0. That's exactly correct. So, be careful what you're betting on. It's 529 Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Mike's turn in Nash. Hey, Mike.
How you doing, Matt?
Great, Mike.
Gonna give you something. The guy running up there in New York, his name was what, Mamdani?
Yes, Mamdani.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I want him elected.
You do?
I want him elected.
Do you now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I want him elected for one reason and one reason only. Because if we get him elected, then he's a communist. We know that. Then it will push their agenda, because now we have a communist mayor of New York pushing the agenda across the country. So now we have in Seattle, Portland, and Minneapolis now are doing the same thing. They're pushing these so-called communist agendas. And the political reason that I want him elected is because now we can say, see, you want a communist, this is what you're going to get. But the other thing is AOC. You remember her? AOC is going to say, let's get rid of Chuck Schumer. And so, therefore, she can take Chuck Schumer's seat. And then she becomes a senator.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a 6-year term. And therefore, according to protocol, if you're elected as a first-term senator, you got to sit back on the back bench and keep your mouth shut.
I want to get all right, Mike. I'm gonna let you finish up after the news. I'm gonna put you on hold because this is a very good call. I want to talk about Chuck Schumer. I want to talk about AOC, and I want to talk about New York City in just a moment on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. 8021 harkens back to a conversation we were having some minutes ago and says, Brother Weaver, the suicide drink, or trash can, as they called it.
Trash can.
I kind of like that better.
I've heard that. I've heard trash can.
Trash can drink is only good at the ball field. That's my personal opinion. Hashtag 80s kid. So take that for what it's worth. I think next time you get in front of those, especially if they've got what's key, Ken, to me, is, just about any system is going to have some sort of citrusy beverage like Mellow Yellow or Mountain Dew. That's obvious. And then your cola beverage, Pepsi or Coke.
Right.
But what is key is having some root beer in there.
Oh.
And having either orange or grape drink or both.
Okay.
If you get a little purple drink in there, Now you're talking.
I'm just going to try every one of them.
That's a good plan.
What about like one of those touchscreen freestyle machines that's got like hundreds of sodas?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what the kids are doing these
You
days
could go to
with those
work
things.
in there.
I mean, yeah, I don't know what to tell you about one of those things.
You can make that your full-time job.
They've got flavorings that I didn't even know exactly. They got vanilla. Okay, vanilla, fine. I never cared for a vanilla Coke, but whatever. Cherry Coke, big fan of cherry Coke.
Ever had cherry vanilla Coke?
Or cherry vanilla orange Coke? Or, I mean, they've got other flavors, don't they?
Yeah, they did coffee Coke. They did
Lime. Coffee Coke?
Yeah, you never heard of that?
Ew. Let's not make things up that are gross.
That's not made up. That was a real product.
Coffee Coke.
Yes.
Is it coffee or Coke?
It's both. That's the beauty
That's
of
the
it.
whole deal? It's a combo deal? I don't know that I believe you. I want to get back to Mike real quick, and then we'll get to nincompoops after Mike. Mike's no nincompoop. Believe it or not, cats and dogs must be lying down together because Mike and I are agreeing on things today, and I absolutely love it, Mike. So, Mike, here's what I'm going to agree with you on. One, I think that if AOC ran against Schumer, she'd beat him. I believe that. I believe that.
Yep.
Number two, I am in agreement with you that I think that we have to see something hit rock bottom. Much like an alcoholic or a drug addict, oftentimes you have to watch them hit rock bottom before you can help save them because they have to hit rock bottom before they want to be saved. And I think New York City's gotten to that point. I think they have to see Mamdani, or however you pronounce his name, in power to recognize the sins and ills of socialism right in front of them. What say you?
Absolutely. Agree with you 100%. And that's why I'm saying let's help Mamdani get elected. Because I want to see every communist get elected into a blue city, maybe even Nashville. And just wake up the people that if this is what you want, then guess what? You're going to get it. And so therefore, the political thing with New York is it's a big city and it's like the hub of the world financially and whatever. And the Republicans are so afraid that he's going to get elected. I'm saying the opposite. Get him elected. And then let's just see what happens. And it's going to happen quick. And then AOC gets in, taking Schumer's seat. She won't sit back on the back Senate seat where you're supposed to go sit on your first term. She's going to come running down the aisle every chance she gets as a senator, not as a congressman, and then say, see, we're going to push the communist agenda.
Yeah, she'll, what was her little quote? I'm the boss. I'm the boss. Yeah, she'll be the boss. Thank you, Mike, for the call. You know, you may be hearing a little bit more about Chucky Schumer in today's edition of Nincompoops in the News. It's 44 after the hour. Let's make it happen. It's time for Nincompoops. That's right. We break it down this time every day. Ken Weaver, Jackson Williams, and yours truly, Matt Murphy. We present each a story, and you get to vote on your nincompoop of the day, be it Weaver, be it Williams, be it Murphy. 615-737-9986. Don't vote quite yet. You got to hear those three stories first.
You can vote for me now if you want. I don't discriminate.
Jackson doesn't mind, just even before the story's read.
Unlike that authoritarian Matt Murphy.
Speaking of authoritarian Matt Murphy, who won nincompoops yesterday?
I believe it was Brother Weaver. That's who I believe won nincompoop.
Was it? I thought I won yesterday.
You did.
Oh.
I almost had you.
I'm about to say, we're reaching dangerous territory in our relationship because you're now fooling me, and I don't want you to know that you can do that.
Oh, well, I know.
I don't want you to know, because if you know you can do that, I know how you people are behind that glass.
You people? That was discriminatory.
Oh, no, there's no question. Producers are not quite human beings.
Okay. Okay, I'll remember that. We do have the power to do something.
That's a host's favorite producer trick when you cut the mic off. Every host loves that. Loves it. You want to do it one more time before we get in nincompoops? Just
No,
one more
I'm
time.
good. I'm good. You
sure?
go first. Go ahead.
I can say a long run on sentence, so you can go ahead and cut it off if you really want to.
We're good.
Okay. You know what? I don't need to talk. For my nincompoop story, I want. Did you do it there? Was that you?
Yeah, that was me.
Now you're just confusing people. Let's listen to my nincompoop today.
Let's do it.
The first voice will not be my nincompoop, but you'll hear him.
A lot of folks on the Republican side, your Republican colleagues, say that they are very scared to walk outside in D.C., that they think this is completely the right thing to do. Senator, are you scared walking around Washington, D.C. these days?
I walk around all the time. I wake up early in the morning sometimes and take a nice walk as the sun is rising around some of the Capitol and the other monuments and things, and I feel perfectly safe. They're full of it. Look, here's what they've done, Aaron. Plain and simple. Donald Trump wants to distract.
That is Senator Chuck Schumer, the aforementioned. He's on some little podcast in Washington, D.C., explaining to us that he walks around D.C. all the time.
Yeah.
He feels perfectly safe.
Sure he does.
Yes, if, one, I don't believe for a second that he's walking around Washington, D.C. at all. Number two, if he walks around Washington, D.C., for those that do not know, for those in the back of the room or in Aniana, Chuck Schumer has constant armed security right with him everywhere he goes. As Senate Minority Leader, he is provided with said security, and they go with him everywhere in public.
Yeah.
So if he feels so safe in Washington, D.C., why doesn't old Chuck Schumer say a goodbye to his armed security and do it on his own like the rest of us have to do in Washington, D.C.? I don't normally do political nincompoops. We try to get away from the political world during nincompoops, but today I could not help myself. Chuck Schumer, you, sir, are a nincompoop. Jackson.
All right, we're going out to Washington State for this one. Linwood police say DoorDash driver on meth crashed car into tree before setting it on fire. If you didn't get a DoorDash order in Linwood, Washington last night, there may be a reason for that. A DoorDash driver, allegedly high on meth, crashed his car into a tree on 192nd Street while delivering food. After crashing into the tree, the driver took out a lighter, set his own car on fire before running away. One officer was able to put the fire out with an extinguisher, while another officer and canine tracked the suspect. The man was found by Canine Cannon hiding under a parked car. A drug recognition expert determined the man was high on methamphetamines. He was booked for second-degree arson, DUI, and hit and run. So the tree's pressing charges.
So I assume an eyewitness watched him pull out his lighter and set the old vehicle on fire there? Or?
I mean, I'm assuming the car was just on fire.
I mean, didn't you say that he pulled his lighter out and did it? I thought you did.
Yes, that is what this news story from Cairo 7.
So crash, get out of the car. Let's go ahead and light this mother up.
It's the tree's fault.
That tree came out of nowhere. I was just smoking my meth in peace.
It reminds me of George Bailey and It's a Wonderful Life. Remember when
how
he
do we
hit that
know
tree?
he was not smoking meth and his meth pipe caught the car on fire?
I don't think we do. You never know when you're dealing with nincompoops what you're going to get out of them. The
Mr.
truth or not.
Gower. Mr. Gower.
I bet his delivery times were immaculate until he hit the tree.
Was that a Jimmy Stewart? I love the Jimmy Stewart.
I was trying.
No.
Who put that tree there, Clarence?
Clarence, you're jumping in the water there, getting us all cold. If I can get into it, I can get one going. Mr. Potter. I do a good Dana Carvey doing Jimmy Stewart, doing George Bailey.
Right.
Remember that episode of Saturday Night Live with George?
Oh, yes.
An alternate. Do you know the show It's a Wonderful Life, Jackson?
Yes, I watch it every Christmas with my family, begrudgingly.
Do you know the alternate ending that they presented on Saturday Night Live?
No, I haven't seen that sketch.
Where George Bailey just goes off and kicks Potter out of his wheelchair and just beats crap out of him right there in the bank.
Yeah.
Take that, Potter! You filthy old man.
That's a good one. I need to go watch that. I have seen that movie every year since I was like 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't stand it at this point.
I get so ticked off. What's the uncle's name? The stupid dude that loses the money.
It's Uncle Billy.
Uncle Billy. Oh,
He's a moron.
What an idiot. Uncle Billy, you ruined everything. But you know what brings that movie around is when Harry gets home and he says to my big brother George,
The richest man in town.
God, every time I see that, it gets me. Right,
Yes, sir.
Right in the nether regions. Speaking of getting me in the nether regions, Ken, you're nincompoop?
All right, this is an update to a story that I brought you boys back in May.
Uh-huh.
Didn't bring it to me, Ken.
Well, Brother Jackson wasn't with us then, but Brother Jackson, I think you're going to like this update nonetheless. This is from the New York Times, and it involves another Democrat. Wild, newly released dashcam footage shows the Democrat's choice to run for governor in South Carolina getting arrested recently in just his underwear. While swearing, using the N-word, and referring to himself as both God and Superman. Married father of 4, William Mullins McLeod, facing calls from his own party to step down from the gubernatorial race that he only formally entered Monday, after video emerged Tuesday of his bizarre arrest months earlier in May. The prominent attorney was stopped in downtown Charleston while, quote, yelling at the top of his lungs and wearing only underwear and shoes. The Democrat referred to his upcoming election race, threatening to kick an opponent's effing teeth in, while refusing to tell cops his name, instead referring himself as God and Superman in this hour-long video released through a Freedom of Information Act. It doesn't matter, my friend. Trust me, he told one officer when asked his name. I'm one of the most just humans to ever walk this soil. McLeod, who is heard uttering the N-word at least twice in the video, also refuses to get out of the patrol car when it arrives at the jail, instead telling an officer he would just sleep in the back seat. No, I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not getting out of this car. It's time to go to bed, he shouts at the officer before being forcibly removed and booked into the jail shortly before 1 a.m.
I want to see this video.
McLeod's eyes were extremely bloodshot and highly dilated, which police said is typical of an individual under the influence of a stimulant narcotic. It wasn't immediately clear whether McLeod, who ran unsuccessfully for governor in 2010 and served 2 terms as Charleston County Democratic Party chairman, was tested for drugs during his arrest. He's facing misdemeanor charges for disorderly conduct.
He also faces charges for being a nincompoop. That's how we play nincompoops in the news. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. I went over to the television side. You don't want Ken on camera anymore?
I forgot to put Ken on camera.
Oh, that's all right, Brother Jackson.
There you go. It's better than your ugly mug.
Speaking of nincompoops, you can vote for Jackson for nincompoop of the day if you'd like. It'll be all right. 54 after the hour.
On Super Talk 99.7.
Jerk.